Hi, today I'm not Dr. Costello. I'm the father of an autistic son, and I want to tell you a little bit about our journey over the last 12 years. Jack was born, our third son, a beautiful baby, just like his brothers were. He had 10 fingers and 10 toes, and we thought he'd grow up to be a doctor or an architect or an engineer like his brothers hopefully would as well. He was a normal baby until I think about a month of age. He seemed a little bit quieter than his brothers. He didn't have the same eye contact that his brothers did, and I thought something was wrong, and I carried that poison a secret for over a year waiting to see what happened. He had his first birthday. He was walking. He didn't talk. He was quiet. But a year is okay. Babies don't always talk at a year of age. Between first and second year, it went by quickly. He still wasn't talking at his second birthday. He obviously had fallen off of the curve at this point, and no verbs or words at all from him. He was normal motor skills. He fed himself. He was happy. He played, but he didn't talk. Between 2 and 3, he had his MRIs and hearing tests and saw the specialists who said that they didn't know what was the matter with Jack, but they could convincingly say that he didn't have autism. His third birthday came and he still wasn't talking, and we're obviously much more worried at this point. I'm praying to God every night that he gives me a debilitating disease or some painful condition in place of Jack letting him talk in the bargaining stage, and he didn't talk. At 3, he started early intervention school. He clearly wasn't autistic. He didn't look like any of the other kids in his class. He was happy, he was social, but he didn't talk. We didn't know what was the matter with Jack. The behavior problems started. He would throw himself down and have a tantrum if he couldn't communicate or get what he needed. We were afraid to go to the park if he threw himself down and had a fit and had the other parents stare at us like we were horrible parents. He would smash his head on the sidewalk till he bled and was bruised. We walked on pins and needles. We became socially withdrawn. We didn't go out to eat. We were afraid to go to people's houses because Jack might not behave and would be out of control, and what would people think? And it started to get hard. At 4, he still wasn't talking, but we're reassured that Einstein didn't talk until he was 4, and friends had a cousin or a nephew or a grandchild who didn't talk until he was 4, and we held out hope that Jack would start to talk, but nothing. Somewhere between 4 and 5, he said mama for the first time, and we were happy about that. And he talked a little bit, but not much. He started kindergarten, and he loved his classmates, and he was happy, and he played, and his friends communicated with him, and they all loved Jack. And each year he had more friends, but he got farther behind, and the kids did more and more, and Jack didn't keep up. He developed some language over the next 3 or 4 years as he went through grade school. It started to get more obvious that his friends couldn't communicate with him anymore. He still loved to go to school, but couldn't carry on a basic conversation with the kids. They still loved him and they still interacted with him, and I'm grateful for that. By 5th grade, he knew he was different. He had some apprehensions about school. He got more frustrated, and I knew he couldn't stay in the public schools. He wasn't learning. He was social, and he did good with that, but the kids were so far ahead of him that it just didn't work anymore. He's been doing therapy twice a week, private therapy at over $100 a pop, which helps. He's going to a private school next year, which I hope is going to help him as well. He'll have one-on-one help. He's almost 12 now. He's a lovely boy. He's happy. He plays. He types on the computer. He writes words. He knows the names of 80 kids in the 3 classes in his grade. He can go on Google Earth or Google Street View and drive 10 miles to a house that he's only been to once. He has skills, but he doesn't communicate, and it's hard, and he's going to be forever behind, and we're sad about that. So if you see somebody with an autistic child, try and be kind to them. They're doing the best they can. Try and give help if you can. There's a lot of autism out there. We don't know what the cause is. Hopefully we do someday. For guys like Jack and future guys like Jack. Dr. Costello, father of an autistic child. Thanks.